1 second. Alright. I've turned my AC off, and it is nice and quiet in this room, but it is also going to get very freaking hot. I turned the AC off because it needs to be cleaned. Need to clean the filter because it's starting to make a very annoying and loud noise. So, I'm just going to tell you right now, all the clothes except the undergarments are off because I'm going to get really freaking hot in here fast. And I've also learned something. So in my efforts to customize my characters for each of these episodes, except my free-for-all characters, I realize I really should do, I've learned something. The Mason Vanguard has the worst drip in the game. Now, both Mason and Agatha Vanguards have only 3 armor pieces, but for some reason the Masons are just absolutely hideous. As you can see, the Beast Hunter set, no, this is like Witcher armor. It's so ugly. I don't think I can bring myself to buy any of this, which leaves me with these ugly Axeman sets and the Crusader, which is really good, but it doesn't go with any of the helmets. The Crusader does not coincide with any of these helmets, all 4 of them, except for the Axeman, but I use the Axeman too much. So, yeah, that's about it. Let me get out of here before this main menu shuts off my Xbox. I am absolutely going to go fetch my bottle of water with swiftness after this first match. Because I can already tell you, I'm feeling it now. Oh, it's raining outside. Good. Okay, that's good. It's a really good thing I walked to the dog before it started raining. Didn't even notice that. Okay. Oh man, it's hot. What the heck? It was doing pretty good in here a couple of days. They turned off the heat, but they've turned it back on. And yeah, it's full force. It's horrible. Are they at the church already?
Desecration of Gallencourt.
Also, I think I'm going to use some of my lowest level weapons, which means weapons that are like under level 30. So, for each match, let me make sure my game isn't excruciatingly loud. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, I think for each round I'm going to switch to a weapon that's under level 30, because those are my lowest level weapons. So I guess we're going to start with the War Club, which should have a nice... Oh my god, which should have a nice cosmetic on it. There we go. Look at that, I just completely transformed that thing before you. For some reason, this seems really loud to me. I realize I can lower it manually with these earbuds. I may use earbuds, but they are Turtle Beach earbuds, so they give me some flexibility options. You can hit him in the back. Alright, hopefully this lobby fills up a little bit more, so we can have actual matches happen. Oh man, I can't get over it. This War Club skin is really, really good. Much better than the Agatha two-handed hammer. I don't think he even knows where I am. I'm using the War Club. I will abuse this thing. I will absolutely turn off my brain while using this thing. Nico, you don't want to be in this room. It's too hot. Nico. Come on. Get out of here. It's way too hot to be in here. Yeah, enjoy life elsewhere. I did not mean to slam my door like that. Okay. I'm sorry, but you will be hearing me complain about the heat non-stop, because it's also sapping my voice, if you can't tell. I've already had 2 ensures to drink, so I've had some liquid, but my god. I feel like I'm gonna have a nosebleed any second from now. Christ. It's really bad. I haven't had a nosebleed in a couple of years now. The first time I ever got a nosebleed, I asked my dad very definitively. He was on a playground. I asked him in a very saddened voice, "Am I gonna die?" Because it's one of the first times I've ever even seen blood, let alone coming from me.
Rally to the Golden Age's defense!
Oh god. Oh wow, this helmet, I miss it. This helmet was in the first year. Almost fell into the water, like he did. This one behind me, and you can imagine I could not hear a single thing behind me. I'm sure you can't either, because in the footage I reviewed, there's absolutely no sound coming from outside of my peripheral vision, or just outside of my field of vision in general. Alright, nice full lobby, good. I think I'll do another one with the War Club, just because this one was fairly quick. I don't think they're going to be able to get it. Stop slash. Why slash? Can you answer me then? Western Mason. That might hurt a few teammates. Oh god. War Club overheads can be dragged quite a lot. This weapon is crazy. Its only real problem is it hits like a wet noodle. Mostly against Vanguards. Against Knights and Footmen, it does some pretty good damage. As you can see. Shoot me again. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more with the Warlord here. Then I'm just gonna switch to other weapons that are under level 30. Also, I will not disclose what time I woke up today, but let's just say I am wide awake for it being pitch black outside. And very late in the day. I'm a mess. Excuse me. Here's hoping that they have permanently deleted Tournament Grounds, Fighting Pit, and Courtyard from 64 player. They did a good job with the cutscenes and stuff, but I mean, no more of that in my 64 player, please. One TDM is perfectly fine, and nothing to complain about.
The rebellion has been crushed! The lion roared! Death to all
What level is my javelin? My javelin and throwing axes are quite low level. I could spend the whole match using the javelins. Not the throwing axes. Hell no. I don't like the throwing axes.
After weeks of siege, today we take the castle. Brothers, we must push those siege towers.
Wow. What are you doing? I respect the attempt. What the hell? Teammate? You wanna help? What is he doing? I'm over here looking at the teammate more than the enemy. It's like he's taking pictures.
I don't believe it! Yes!
Why, dude? I hate this game. You don't have to actually press A when you hover over the classes like that, when you do this, the game just selects it for you. You don't actually have to press anything. That's why it spawns you in as the other class. Oh my god. Fine. Fine. I'll do as the game commands. Maybe this way it won't shut off my console. If I just do everything the game tells me. And be on whatever freaking team it forces me to. Good grief, Karga. What the heck, man? You think I like being a dirty traitor like this? Hell no. Alright, stay alive. Just hold block. What's up? Oh god, this is a lot of fun. So sorry.
Here's an idea. Let's go for drinks and talk profits.
Oh god. Oh, very nice. Good patience. Man, auto balance. I can't believe this. Look how often it happens to me. Well, at least I won't be killed by the help me step bow person. Again, couldn't hear any of those guys right behind me, or that guy right behind me. And the audio in this game is one of the worst things, and it wasn't always as bad. That's another thing I'll probably complain about in every single episode. Because there was a point where I could actually hear things that were around me. But I'm gonna... what are you doing? Oh god, I remember this kangaroo dude. He's weird. I don't know if he's good or bad, or just one of those dudes that randomly presses things. Like, what's he doing? There you go.
Ooh. That hurt like the devil.
What level is he anyway? Level 22. He's not bad for level 22. Off to a great start, as a matter of fact.
On your feet and off your arse, lad.
Excuse me. A footman bandage would go hard right now. And it's crazy, because the audio can't be bad for everyone, because there are plenty of people that hear me coming and turn around and hit me. And no, they don't see me in third person, because I'm coming from their back. And even third person, you can't see what's directly behind you.
Soldiers, defend the fort walls!
Nothing doing.
Excuse me? Thanks. Now we need to get to our turf, because they have been completely taking this while we're all stuck down here. Couldn't hear that guy right behind me until he swung. They probably got that first try. We were all stuck down there. Oh.
Show these tricks to the next.
That's something.
I like If you
Also, my
like that,
TV was not at all lowered
lovely story about
yesterday,
a cow with
so I made sure it's
crap
lowered now.
You fools, they have nearly taken
Now, luckily, it
control of
doesn't
our
seem it was
walls.
loud enough. Awesome.
God, a pain!
Yeah, War Club, I need to remember, I can get a heavy attack after a kick. This is one of the fastest weapons in the game. I also need to remember I have a throwing mallet with this class. Who's behind me? You will lose the stamina battle. Awesome. God, I just about nothing but heavy attacks with this thing. He's taking a picture. He's never seen such a beautiful sight before.
You fools,
Couldn't hear
they have
her
nearly
until she
taken
swung at me.
control of our walls.
Oh my god, let's jump down now. I gotta work for it.
Grab me by the flag. That grab me by the flag.
So if we lose, I'm just gonna say that if only I was on the Mason or on the Agatha team. Nice oil pump. I'm pretty sure a teammate threw that. As in a Agathian teammate. I can't even see because I'm on fire. Thanks.
Banjaxed.
I can just imagine that guy's gamer rage for the teammate cooking him right there. They can kill that guy. They don't need me. Had this oil pot for the longest. That didn't get anyone. Boo.
You sound like a shite merchant with a mouth.
There are a lot of dodging Vanguards. Good thing I crouched. If I didn't crouch, the forward dash you do when you swing would have killed me. Consider that my Spidey sense going on. I think I'd rather not be jumped here.
Shameful archers.
I've never heard that line before. We're winning, keep fighting.
You fools, they have nearly taken control of our walls.
Oh man, this dude dodges after literally every action. I will gamble.
Man, not a word of it.
Stupid. You think I can't hear you?
That's smarts.
I think this is over. Wow. That was a dramatic one.
The happy worms are fleeing! We have saved Morixer!
And I already have a bug bite on my left shoulder. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll keep my word. I'm gonna use the javelin for the next match. It's gonna be on Coxwell too. Great. I can get a lackluster weapon out and a lackluster map. Call me crazy, but I miss when Coxwell was broken. When it had the midget bench, the hiding Agathians. See, if the Agathians were hiding in places you could actually reach them, that was fun. Like, even if they were behind the house and stuff, you could actually reach them as a Mason if you knew how to get there. When they went out of bounds, to where they were literally impossible to kill, that was boring. But everything else was fair game in my eyes. If you can replicate it, and, you know, other people can, then that's fair. Like Lion's Fire Banner Cheese, you can stop that. You can halt that. Galencourt Tomb Cheese, you can look out for that. You can be the one guarding the back door. But running out of balance and stuff, that is extremely lame.
Village! Apples for sale! Brothers, it is your duty to defend the village.
I do love what kind of old it's about time we
Burn it all down.
Oh wow, nice whip punish. What the hell? Alright, let me make sure I'm on the javelin. Can't believe I'm doing this to myself.
Yes!
I'd love to one-shot a Vanguard with my javelins. Of course, I don't think it'll happen, because to purposely get headshots is quite a talent. Talent that I don't think I have.
We must defend the peasants.
Look at that.
The Mason Rebellion ends now!
There you go. There you don't go.
For the king!
Where's my javelin? There it is. That chicken doesn't even look like it's on fire.
Settle with the owner!
I gotta scavenge my goods. One of the most humbling things about using the javelins is having them be blocked by people who don't even realize you're there.
To keep me down.
The Masons are finished!
Oh, that was a nice throw. Look at that. Countered it.
Guard the village!
Awesome. There you go. Maybe they changed the animation so it's technically easier for you to throw it for somehow. Feels easier. Gotta remember, it's not about killing, it's just about landing the hits. Anyone I hit besides a teammate will lose about half their life bar.
I don't believe it! Yes! You've sure got a lot of armor on! Of course! Yes! Yes! Come on!
I think I'll use a full axe next. I can just blindly throw into crowds.
I don't believe it! Yes!
Oh my god, I thought that was the chicken guy. Very good D. If we can win at this first stage, that'd make life a lot easier for me. I will hit someone. Oh my god. I did hit someone. I tried to throw it right there. Jesus Christ. I am such a friendly archer. Okay, that dude's just acting as bait. This dude has grabbed a flaming chicken every chance he's gotten. Could I hold a chicken in a javelin? What would I throw first? I think the wonky animation actually will do you a favor, because it'll be harder for people to read that you're about to throw a javelin at them from a distance. Because the animation's all effed. I'm so good at this game. If we can stop them here, that'd make my life so much better. Keep it up.
For the king!
You've been auto-balanced the Mason.
Of course not! No! No!
Can't stop him because he can't even chase. You're an Agathian. Oh my god. There you go. I couldn't recover in time to defend myself there. I was holding block that entire time. Still couldn't. I'm the best. How much team damage do you think I've done combined? At least 2 teammates' lives. Like at least 200 and something. We should be good. Yeah, this match should be over. Praise be. I think I'm hitting dead bodies now.
Stop those torchbearers!
Nice hit me. Alright, thank goodness for that. What level is my poleaxe? Yeah, that's also under level 30. So I'll be use that next. I'll use it for 2 rounds because it's on the TDM. And as we know, TDM is simply filler that no one wants to actually play.
The Battle of Warden Glade.
How many modes did the first Chivalry have? It had Team Objective, Team Deathmatch, Last Team Standing, Free for All, Duel, and Horde. At least on console, that's what the modes were. It never had to do any of that merging nonsense. Granted, I wonder what Chivalry 1's player base was like on average.
It was your cattle.
Match doesn't even start. The match didn't even start. The match didn't even start. The match didn't even start. It didn't even start.
Eliminate the enemy team.
Seriously, it didn't even start. The match didn't even start. The match didn't even start. She's still alive? Oh my god. Nice dodge. God, I have to turn to every sound I hear that's around me. Because I don't know if it's far or right next to me. All sounds equal to me.
No, my lord. You have fought well.
I haven't played as the Agatha Knight in a while. Let me not fight in Mason's Swamp. Oh man, this lobby is full of weird players. It's funny, because you can actually reliably run away now, because, again, there's no chase. It's effed.
Thanks. For the glory of it! Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thanks.
Wow. He's gonna shoot me to death anyway. Alright, I think my body is acclimated to the temperature in this room. I'm sure they can kill him. Thought his name was High Oyster. Whatever that could have meant. Let me not go over there. Guess who I can't hear? Man, the audio. If only. It's such a bad thing. especially in arena when I'm playing with friends. I can't hear anyone who's off my screen. It's bogus. I'm essentially disabled. My fault. You're patient. You have no stamina though. Couldn't hear her right behind me. An absolute farce. If this was a shooter game, that'd be pretty much a game-breaking bug. So sorry. At least we're winning. I have to keep checking the scoreboard to see if auto balance is possible. So, would it auto balance in a situation like this, where the teams are even, or team is full but there's one player missing? Would it just endlessly auto balance someone to try to fix a non-existent problem? Excuse me. Okay, now I definitely would try to auto-balance someone. Thank you. That stops my healing. When I go away from somebody to get into a better position, maybe help a teammate that I see, I then am completely oblivious to what they're doing behind me. They could be chasing me, they could be laughing, and I would have no idea. That archer is tempting, but it'd be a waste of my time. Nice. Very good synchronized stab.
We will not fall this day!
Yeah, I read that heavy.
They have only 30 troops left. 20 Mason troops remain!
If I were to put these issues that are in the game currently on a tier list, I'd say Xbox crashing, number 1. No sound,
They are down to 10 troops
number
left!
2. What would be the third, really? What other prominent issues are there? Some people in
Only
anime,
5 Masons remain!
I guess.
We are victorious!
Yeah, probably. He's playing Elden Ring? He said he didn't get accepted! Cheeky bastard. I guess he got that email later. How long is that network test going for?
The Battle of Dark Forest.
I've seen a bit of Elden Ring. Yeah, it definitely looks. I find it funny that From Software is like, we're done with Dark Souls, and then they just make Dark Souls again. Of course, I'm not complaining. But I mean, it uses the same animations and stuff. That's what they're known for.
Slaughter them like pigs! The order! Down with the Agathians! Slay the Agathians! For Malric! For the Iron Fist! Flay them!
Defend yourselves! Quickly! Escort the caravan forward!
Please don't. Oh, God. Please don't auto-balance me into the Agathian Knights. Auto-balance anyone else. I've had my fair share. I've had my fill. You don't need to assert all this dominance over me, game. I get it. You control me. Very nice.
Give me a hand! It could happen to me. That's
Hello?
they.
Oh yeah, I'm the first one down, so probably can't get picked up. Okay.
I commend it.
The entire kingdom thanks thee. Does this dude realize what weapon he has in his hands? You threw both of your weapons. Couldn't hear that guy until he swang. Such is life, man. Such is freaking life. Sorry.
Declined.
What's going on over here? Yeah, thankfully Poleaxe drags are quite extreme. This is a complete waste of our resources. Can't believe I've become one of those people that is over here fighting in the forest instead of helping at the convoy. I love fighting in these trees. Really makes me feel like I'm fighting in a dark forest where you can't see anything. You can finish him off. You're right behind him. Oh, I'm so getting auto-balanced Agatha. I am so getting auto-balanced Agatha. Watch, watch. Nothing that I say is a joke. I'm the most serious person on planet Earth. Did you cut me from killing her? Oh god, I'm just waiting for it. It is literally just a matter of time. Very nice. I've been playing it real safe. No! And then I lose my good arm every time!
Done. Our caravan has reached the gatehouse.
Have you ever wondered what you're in?
Masons, capture that gatehouse.
Kill me! If you can.
Come closer. I have something for you.
Can I blow my trumpet?
Rise again.
I forgot I have throwing knives, yeah. You can still use throwing knives with your left hand only. Oh yeah,
For
baby.
your own sake, I suggest you keep moving.
Oh yeah, baby.
Fight.
Can I blow the trumpet? No! Things are going pretty good. Except for when the game shuts off my Xbox, which usually is a once-a-day occurrence. And the fact that the audio in the game has been effed for months, where I can't hear anyone that's outside of my field of vision. Other than that, things are pretty good, at least with this game. In life, too, yeah. Can't complain. Issues aside, it's playable. In the lowest form. Why did I make that a heavy? Ow. Why slash, sir? Why? There's so many attacks in this game. Why slash?
No, I refuse. I hate. It is forbidden.
Good. The gatehouse now belongs to the Mason Order.
I think I can tackle my way onto
Quickly,
that thing.
escort the caravan forward.
What the hell just happened to him? Okay, it's moving.
Greetings.
What just happened? I went to do a special and instead I buffered a kick? Watch that, bear trap. Don't have to break those, the convoy will. So sorry. Poleaxe stabs have always been weird to me. Since the overheads and the stabs do the exact same damage, I usually try to ignore them. Oh! No! No, thank you. Get me out of there.
The pain is in you. Bring them down.
Fixing an engineer. What? I think I feinted that overhead with a jab. I meant to just crouch. Okay. I'm not done.
Oh my God. It is forbidden.
Alright. Ay, ay, ay. Anyways, please don't shoot me.
Anguish.
Been doing pretty good with the bullets. Granted, I've been playing extremely safe. Honestly, I have to, because I can't freaking hear anything. At this point, I have to adjust to it. It seriously makes me look like I'm disabled. But I promise you, I cannot hear anyone that's outside of my field of vision. It's a sad life.
Slay the Agathians!
Oh god. Typer, have you been auto-balanced? They seem to have enabled auto-balancing for a console, and it sucks. It saddens me greatly. Sometimes you get auto-balance before the match even begins. Of course, you can just switch back, but still, just seeing it on my screen sickens me. It was the one thing that we had. The one thing that we didn't want. I didn't want, at least. I think I flipped my teammate by knocking over that Pavis. Oh, delicious. Oh, delicious. Oh, what a flank. Oh, what a flank. Who cares about the team damage? Oh, God. That was an incredible flank. Yeah, man, it sucks. I wonder how late into a match it can happen. I can get that guy. Yes. Can I break the ballista from here? I can. Of course, jumping costs stamina now, so... Oh boy. There we go. Ooh, I almost hit that on a teammate.
Caravan has reached a barricade.
I can't believe a first place player is even eligible to be auto-balanced. That sounds backwards to me. Come on, sir. We can't see each other. You know you don't want to fight in these conditions. I'm so sorry.
Long live Malric!
Screw the objective. I'm going right upstairs to get my fights going. Is there someone behind me? Sometimes I can tell stuff is happening around me. Alright, get me up there. No interest in you. You can't knock me down. Hit me again. You buffoon. Why would you come up here?
We're screwed.
How terrible!
No, sir. Know your place.
Agony.
I don't know why I suddenly have an addiction to fighting people up here. Is he trying to... I bet that was him. Guess I get tired from playing all this objective sometimes. She started screaming like an Agatha Archer. Wow.
Keep it up! We've nearly destroyed the barricades.
Nice overhead. Yeah, I'm definitely not swinging first versus that thing.
Oh.
Ow.
ring.
He got his red.
Send them
I will
to
go
join
right back
their
up there.
families.
Oh man, the heat is getting to me now. My left hand is drenched in sweat.
I'd
Come back up here. We have business we need to finish. Let me execute your friend real quick, so we can finish our business. Oh, you spineless coward. I don't care about teabags.
We have destroyed the barricade.
If I don't get teabagged, something is wrong.
Destroy that gate for the order.
Oh, they're all gone. They're all gone. Is that you? It is.
Hesitation is for the craven.
Oh man, imagine if these were the two-handed torches that you could pick up and you could shoot yourself into the castle. Oh, that'd be great.
Agree, I concur gladly. It shall come, yes.
Whoops. Oh man, the Polak special, its range is just delicious. What the heck? I looked away for a second. Is this really how I died? Oh, my hand. Now that the game's working, I'm just waiting on that server browser. I want to get beat up in a dual server. I've had enough of winning. Okay, let's not lose here ever again. Okay. Ow, shoot.
The perversion.
You just gonna engage, or you got like highlights to show or something? Reddit is a weird social media site. It's definitely one of the worst. If we're gonna get on this tier list nonsense between like Reddit, Discord, and Twitter having the worst people, it's kind of hard to rank. Oh wow! I don't know if he meant to drag that, but that was really well done. If I had a shield, I'd gladly block those shots for you, King. If your username on Reddit is the same as your username in game, or your gamer tag, you'll probably get a lot of people that private message you and stuff.
I've done things that you mortals cannot conceive.
Smutty! Man, Smutty's gotten so much better at the game. Yeah, so expect fans / haters. For the most part, people are nice if they recognize you. There's definitely a lot more nice people than weird people.
Fight on! The gate is nearly
But, you know,
destroyed!
sometimes we focus on negativity more.
It's been sapped. Right the gate refuses.
Look at this. Smitty's funny.
Yes! Cheers!
Destroy the gate!
We all have it.
Ooh, the music's real nice here. Ow.
Everyone concentrate the gate.
The siege weapons
I've only died
must
5
be
times. Wow.
Must be defended.
I don't go for kill streaks or anything. It's really surprising.
Long live Malric! Yeah!
If this dude misses the gate again, I'm going to have to hit him off this thing. We've been here for long enough. It looks like that right side just been constantly flooded with Agathians. Okay, good.
We must tear those gates.
Never do I ever want to see a loss happen here.
I shan't.
Ooh, that lingering hitbox. Probably could have saved that. Yeah. Think of it though. Imagine if we were on the computer. I hear a lot of these high-level dudes in the PC, they have to turn off their chat and stuff because they just constantly get trash talked because of their level and whatnot. So there's tons of abuse that we can't even see. Like, hate mail for the most part makes me laugh and stuff, but I mean, if it's just constant, a barrage of people saying the worst things about you, even if it's obviously make-believe accusations and stuff, it can get very tiring. Hate mail is good for me in dosages, but if it's just non-stop, it gets exhausting. So I definitely pity those people on the PC that are like level 400 and stuff. Because the thing is, for the most part, all of us just play the game and nothing more. It's not like we're deliberately trying to ruin people's day. We all have fun playing this game. And just because you're a bit better than most other people, people get personally offended. It's crazy.
Won't you?
Kill the traitor.
That's why sometimes I really hate casuals. I personally think of myself as a casual because I don't sweat or try hard. I just play to the best of my ability and nothing more. But my god, these people who have no business getting as mad as they are because they are horrible at the game. Like, seriously. These people don't even know what an overhead is. How are you gonna get pissy? Because I imagine those are the only people that are being this loud. It's usually the people that don't know what they're doing. Which seems backwards to me, because if you don't know what you're doing, or you don't care to put any effort into the game and learn what the overhead and stab button does at the barest minimum, then how are you going to get upset? Would you rather everyone just plays the exact same way and just blocks and slashes occasionally? You ask me, then that would be extremely boring. So I really don't get it. The logic just isn't there to me.
Keep going. Never let the blood fly on the blades.
Defend thy
Nice patience. No, let me see on the left, but if I can find the lance, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't think he has a shield. I will respawn as the officer, is that what I just saw it say? I may or may not have tried to close that on some teammates.
Indeed.
Okay, he doesn't have a shield, so if we have archers, that's free reign. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. Yeah, and the people who vote kick and free-for-all and stuff, they're usually not even second-place players, so what's the point, you know? You kick someone, you're not gonna win. What's the goal? Is that person actually ruining your fun? Oh man, I have no time for you. Oh. Hit him in the back! You sponge! Where the hell? I can't see again. Oh, you choked? You choked? Dude, I used to compliment Chivalry too as well. Just because of the name, and I've seen that person get better at the game. And now, I mean, that's what I get for complimenting someone. They just turn into a weirdo. Why? You named yourself after the game and you're gonna be weird? Makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense. That's a very nice position to be in for us. There's no one there though.
Yes!
I don't think it's gonna happen. This Duke stage is gonna be a lot harder for two reasons. Not only is the back door closed now, but as of right now, there's no chase bonus. So when he runs, we can't speed up and catch him. Yeah, this is over. It's weird how you would resort to vote kicking too, because this game gives you so many tools to deal with adversaries. I mean, if someone's pissing you off that much, you can switch to a crossbow. You can just pick stuff up and throw it at them when they're fighting someone else. Then you can get that satisfaction and laugh at them and stuff. You can go on a two-handed spear and just prod them from safety.
You have seen mine.
There are so many tools to beat people up and bully them, even if you know they're better than you. I mean, vote kicking of all things. Come on. Have some pride in yourself. What's the inner monologue that plays through your head when you just say, you know what, screw it. I'm that bad at life, I'm that bad at this game, let me try to vote kick this person even though I know it's not going to work. Alright, so I've used the War Club, the Poleaxe, the Javelin. What's my next weapon that's under level 30? Well, since we're on Fallmire, a Sledgehammer and the Shovel. Perfect, I'll go to the Sledgehammer. I don't remember. I didn't check my stats that often. My stats didn't carry over when they first implemented the stat page, so since that's the case, I mean, that's like 300, 400 levels worth of numbers that aren't there, so at that point I don't really care. But it did get reset. I think my top 3 things were like the longsword, maul, and the pickaxe. How am I on a pickaxe when I switch to a sledgehammer? Whatever.
Free the prisoners from the carts.
Alright, let's see if I don't get auto-balance in the Mason Order at some point. Yeah, going for these back cages and stuff is going to be really easy because people they don't get the chase bonus. Ow.
We have liberated half of the prisoners. Well fought, my brothers. All of those prisoners have been liberated. Brothers, breach the gate so that we may enter
Hold
the
back.
village.
Keep going.
I have no choice.
Dude, it sucks. It sucks. The feature doesn't even work, too, because as soon as you see the message on your screen, you can just immediately switch back. There's nothing stopping you.
May the light be your compass.
Why do they spawn the torches on this stage?
They serve
What the hell is this? Did everyone get murked? I think he tried to jab me. I respect it.
not in my room.
Okay, this is very awkward. Okay, well, this is an almost empty lobby anyway.
United in faith. Yes! Huzzah! Oh, ha,
There you go.
The gates have almost fallen.
Oh, no, please. Hope this lobby fills up.
Tear down the gates.
Nice. No, sir. No, I did the low kick. No.
Come, Sonnet.
Oh man, this is just awkward because this lobby is not full. Did that person just leave me alone? Okay. Offense, please. There we go. My goodness. It's fine, got it. There you go. They're gonna blow up.
Agathian, the gate is down. Move into the village.
Release the prisoners from their cages.
Not happening.
I see you in my dreams. Emote customization. Feel not that comfortable on the PC? I figure it'd be better than how it is on console, where we have to hold the interaction button, X or square. No! How do you activate the wheel? Are you being serious, Craig? Are you complimenting fashion? Trust me, it's hard to use armor that fits with this dunce cap, but there's no way I'm taking this dunce cap helmet off ever. This helmet is perfection. Oh my god, look at this. He's really living up to his name of Angry.
Thank you very much.
Follow me, my flock.
There are only a few captives left.
Don't touch me.
We made it! We made it!
Ah! No! out 2 people with my fist only. You have to press X, C, or B. Oh god. Yeah. How was it in Chivalry 1? Because on Chivalry 1, on console, it was very easy to emote in the middle of a fight. It was just left or right D-pad.
When I regain my footing.
Because at this point, I've been trying to learn how to use emotes in the middle of a fight, but you have to time it. Because say if I do it, look at that, if I do it in the wind-up, it'll cancel it. I have to do it like once an attack goes. And it's still a lot of buttons, it's very uncomfortable. Bye-bye.
My faith in you wavered, and I am to fall.
Hold it!
My back is itchy. Nice stab. I don't know what's going on. When in doubt, RT it out. Oh! Terrifying.
Come with me!
God, I keep forgetting I have to put my skins back on my weapons. I don't know when the hell this game reset that nonsense. Oh, full lobby, perfect. No. That's the last one. Excuse me. I think there's someone behind me. I honestly could have knocked that body down. Hi. You know, now that you mention it, this armor doesn't look that bad. Of all the Brigand armors, probably this one and the Champion one are the best looking ones. I think this is painted Brigand. Alright, I've had more than enough of her.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Okay. That's true. This helmet will make anything look good.
Yes! We have freed all of the prisoners! Move forward!
I do wonder if there's a gimmick weapon in this village somewhere that bugs out when you use it special. I believe the waffle iron works as intended, which is sad, considering what it is. They can kill that guy. I wonder what they're going to add in December, since they want to get one more update out before the end of this year. If that's still on the agenda, because they had to spend a bunch of weeks adding hotfixes to fix the mess they created. Aw, so close to perfection. I will help you! No! Ow. That's probably my least used Agatha helmet. I don't like how tight it is on the face. Oh man, first and third person, you can't see anything holding this. Nice. Wow, what a gamble. I expected no less. Team should be able to get that, though. Okay, yeah. They're not taking that from us. You don't use the kick? Is it because, and I say this not to be rude, is it because when you kick, you use your thumb and you take it off the thumbstick? How does that work anyway? Okay, because I play claw, where you use your index finger to press all the buttons. How does that work? If I were to kick using my thumb? I mean, I feel like you can still switch fast enough.
Either by force or from the gatehouse.
Doesn't seem too uncomfy. The kick does have utility outside of guard breaking. It pushes people really far back. When I'm using the maul, if someone kicks me, very often they kick me out of range of my follow-up attack because I usually keep swinging until I see someone do an actual attack that forces me to block. So if I read the kick, they kick me out of range, making my next attack a miss. What the hell is this?
The gate has nearly fallen.
Ouch. Nice. What? Oh, teammates better get that. I just heard someone to my left. Good thing I moved. I'm going to assume the team can breach the gate in a couple of seconds, or no? I guess not. I'll open it. I was going to wait by the levers.
The gate has fallen. Enter the keep. We must free our champion. Use the cranks to open his cage.
Alright, it begins. It's been a while since I've been first place in this map. No, sir. Oh! Stick it with the sledgehammer. Yeah, that works a lot. That's why that's why I try to jab whoever hits me in the back. Of course, I try to jab anyone who hits me, but especially if I get hit in the back, because I don't want to get that nasty combo pulled off on me. Is there someone waiting here? Okay. I switched to first person when I reach here because it's easier to interact with the thing there. Ooh, nice. He knows he has to deactivate it, but he can't while I'm here. Alright, he's out.
Done! We have freed the ball!
A pox upon the order!
Agathians! Escort Thorn to safety!
I shall unfold equal discourtesy to thy best kindness.
You gonna give me that axe? I do wonder if I could use those bandage kits that I throw.
I
don't actually know if I can.
Keep at your posts. Never be goaded out of place. Regard a game.
Damn, look at that main character right over there. Alright, let me wait for the actual team to get here. So I've only been the champion once since the patch and since I've gotten back to playing this game. And didn't get to do much, as we only rescued him in the last second, so we only had 5 minutes. I couldn't even reach that wall in time. But I think I know the gist of things. He has a stupid amount of health now, and I can heal myself. And I mean a stupid amount of health. Oh yeah, look at that heal. Look at that. Okay.
Thou juggler! Thou canker blossom! For the blue
Let's go.
and gold!
This dude has just been in my bosom. That heal should take away that fire. Yep. I gotta be careful with how I do heavies too. You can't cancel heavy attacks anymore.
The lion roars!
Oh, thank you, lad. Yeah, that's why I waited a second. I figured they were just about to respawn.
For the cross and lion!
Honestly, with all this health, I could just go for it, but I'd like to get the team here. At this point, we should just hold the spot while they stack down there. Plenty of time, plenty of health. Oh man, I really wish that dude would let me take it so I could get a bandage. God, bandaging yourself, it's so funny to me. It's really funny. Nice shot, sir.
Stand proud, mine brothers! Fight and die
Yes,
well!
I've got the health. I'm doing what I saw in that clip. I'm doing what I saw in that clip. Oh my god.
Unworthy though thou art, I'll cope with thee.
Duty and honor has made it to safety.
He has so much health.
Agatha!
Oh wow.
Vengeance for
Dude. I can upload that separately. Yeah, I remember seeing a clip of someone who did that exact thing. He had the Executioner's Axe, and he just kept everyone on the left side of his screen, slashed, and just dodged towards the ship. My god, that is really powerful. He has so much health now. Oh shoot, hold on. One sec.
Fall of Lionspire.
I will be right back. Okay, a little bit of information about me. I have a very weak heart, and as you guys know, being the VIP is my favorite thing. So if I'm in a really intense section as the VIP, my heart kind of starts going crazy, and I'm not going to lie to you, I was experiencing chest pains for a second. I had to get my bottle of water. I'm good though. Your kids are getting you sick. Shoot. What's another weapon I haven't used? It's under level 30. I got shovel since we're here. I'll save you. Nice hit. Oh. No. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was pretty crazy. I do think I like him having more health because it's a good map, my favorite. And the more you get to fight as the champion itself, the better. And of course, it can lead to that stuff. I'm definitely going to experiment with more two-handed weapons as the VIP, rather than always having two one-handed swords. Because with two one-handed swords, that was not going to work. I want to use the rapier as the champion. But no one uses it, so no one would drop it to me. I would have to throw it into the cage or something right as he gets freed, and hope that I'm in first place with a rapier in my hands. Because the rapier, it bugs out your body. Like, the animations on it look weird, and it's really noticeable with the VIPs. Like, their heads, when you do the flourish, they're looking to the left all the time. It's really ugly. Yeah, I've been seeing more people do that, carry the lance. I thought it'd be a bad idea, because, for obvious reasons, you know, if you're surrounded. But I think the lance gets bigger, right? Can you guys confirm, when you use a weapon as the VIP, the weapon gets bigger, right, to accommodate for their size? So the lance would have even more range because the VIPs are bigger people? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like, the one-handed swords and stuff, they look really big on them. Yeah, I figure, so maybe you're onto something. I should experiment more. I try my absolute best not to let the team down if I'm the VIP, but I've won as each of them so many times, I can goof around in crowds and stuff. This game ain't competitive. I think that duck saved me. You can have a shield on your back with the lance? Really? I thought when you picked up a two-hander with the shield, it drops the shield.
Yes!
Yeah, I hope so. This game should not go competitive. I don't mean to make more comparisons to Mordhau, but isn't this game supposed to be like Call of Duty, where Mordhau is Battlefield? Like, this is the casual, anyone can get on and have fun type of game? That's how they advertised it. Oh man, that dude completely let down his teammate there.
My apologies.
Whoa, nice patience. God, this person is really freaking patient, but they only do slashes. Ow! Yeah, the rapier animations are really weird. I do think that is one thing it has as a benefit. Especially because it's also really small and thin, so in general, it's kind of hard to see exactly what attack someone's doing. You have to more so look at the orientation of their hands rather than the weapon itself to get a read. At least that's how it works for me, fighting that thing. Granted, though, how many rapiers have I fought? Probably literally a handful. Excuse me. Ouch. I will gamble. Why did I do a heavy? Yeah. And the special, man. Oh god. 50 damage for no forward momentum. I've discovered that if you do a jump with the rapier special, you can negate the backdash. It'll just be forward momentum. But even still, jumping takes up stamina now. So when you do a jumping special, that's half your stamina for a 50 damage stab that you can barely aim. It's not worth it at all. I really don't think the rapier has any place competitively. But if you want to play the game on hard mode, have a little fun, get stylish on people, then I'd say you definitely will see utility. At this point, we can just tap that with our weapon, and that shield will bust open. There you go. Shield that gate.
Fort, their gate is in ruins.
Yeah, and on a style level, the rapier is undoubtedly the most flashy weapon. It changes your stance and everything. You put your hand on your hips, you jab them, barely giving them a moment's notice. It's great. And of course, there's the dance animation. That must be the most complex animation in Chivalry's history, the rapier dance.
We go Come with me this way. We go this way.
You're welcome.
Ah, welcome.
Rapier next map? Okay. It's under level 30, so I could use it. Yeah, I've just been looking at weapons that are my least used, which isn't too many considering I've used every weapon to an extent. So I'm just looking at weapons that are under level 30. What the hell is this dude doing? Oh, is that somebody? How did you get back up here so fast? I just kicked her off.
Yes. Nope, no way.
Alright, I hope we can capture this town square because I need to experiment on how I can get to the banners using ulterior methods. Now we have that. Yeah, you can exclusively look down overhead with a great sword and no one will really stop you. I think they just spawned on the left. Oh, delicious. Rhino bowls? How did you recover? By hitting the peasant? I don't know what's going on. I need stamina. Excuse me. Holy hell, bro. Is this dude gambling or is he actually playing the game? I'm gonna get this archer in a second. I said I would. Snake Plissken? 70? Is that really Snake? Because that's not his name. Level 2? Did Snake make another account, or is this an imposter? Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the banners that way. I wasn't able to practice it yesterday after I got off because the game then crashed. Thankfully, my Xbox didn't crash. The game just crashed. So I took it as a sign to not tempt the game anymore and just got off for the day. But we have to actually take this objective first. Oh, scum. I almost swang at the mason for some reason. I just randomly forgot my allegiance. I've learned that crouching in these team fights is actually very helpful. Saves you from getting killed by teammates. Man, the shovel's treating me right today. Goodness. Your longsword is level 470. What? What? That's my highest level weapon. Oh my god, how do you do that? What? Oh my god! The highest level weapon I'd seen was Ziggy Lotta's like level 200 something halberd, which is already a massive eye-opener. Level 400! Oh my god! What's your second highest level weapon? Do you know? Man, they're making us work for this. Shoot. Escape! Ow, mister. I didn't take that bandage? Okay, I did. No! I flubbed it! Oh my god, get away from me. You weirdo. Oh no! I've been alive here so long. I refuse to die.
Long live Malric!
Out. No! It was a good run. You guys are crazy for having those weapons that high level. I think in order, my 3 highest level weapons are the pickaxe, the longsword, because I forced myself to use it for the skin, and then the maul. Everything else is kind of around the same level, from like 50 and below. Oh shoot, 2 minutes. God dang. Ouch. I saw that coming. Anything under 100 and actually under like 90, I think it's pretty good.
Your wife is a hobby horse. All right.
Oh boy.
Your stupidity is no accident. It is
Man,
your
we're even on
birthright.
kills. Mom. Is that a rapier? Ah, get away! I think it's too, yeah, it's too late. We can't capture it in 40 seconds. Man. I think I can still try if I'm fast enough.
You will be missed.
Oh, you can't put it in out of combat zones. Leave me alone. He can't catch me because there's no chase bonus. Look, that person behind me can't hit me. If they are still behind me. Oh, he gave up.
You will be sorry. Oh,
You chicken-hearted milksops! We are out of
All right, Leary.
reinforcements. Fall back!
Yeah, they weren't feeling it. They must have been chanting and singing hymns. That was crazy, because we were doing really good, I thought. Well, we were, but they were just matching us. Have a good night, man. You too. Excuse me.
Desecration of Gallencourt.
Shoot. More stuff about the definitive edition.
Ends now! Fight the heathens! End them right there! For virtue! And for the blue and gold! For the cross and lion! The light is with us! Fight the heathens!
What's happening with her foot? Excuse me.
The Mason reign ends now! Protect the city of Gallencourt and safeguard Vanguards too!
Oh god, my nose. It's getting all stuffed from the heat. Mama, please!
Defend the outer fortifications!
I thought I was helping.
You are in league with the wretched.
Alright, hopefully they can reach the church. I want to sing. Jumping special! Well, I rarely do I feint to kick, so that was real risky. Nice turn. I couldn't hear that guy right behind me, man. Ugh, the audio in this freaking game. It's a crying shame.
You are in league with the wretched.
That strategy with the champion might become the meta. It's hard to stop because, yeah, you can counter the slashes. I was doing heavy slashes, so even if dudes were counter slashing me, I didn't care. I was just gonna hit right through them. And he doesn't get interrupted, so I do wonder what you can do. I did not mean to jab there. Damn it. There's teammates here, right? Do I really have to deal with this by myself? Okay, now I don't. Now you're screwed. Ooh, nice try. No, no, no. Calm yourself down with that.
Give me the strength to continue in your name.
Do any attack but a slash. If only I had a bear trap. Oh, you're talking about for the champion. You know, actually though, that's really smart. Yeah, if you had a team of engineers that just put a bunch of bear traps there, because the Masons are gonna have to adjust to the changes. Agatha's getting all the buffs, and that's honestly not a bad idea. Because one knockdown could easily lead to half your health being gone. Especially if you get stuck. Sometimes when you get bear trapped in a certain angle, or maybe if you're dogpiled by a bunch of people, you can't move even when you get up. I think this dude's disconnecting you. What the hell is going on here? Oh, what's going on is we need to get out of here.
Follow me, my flock! Keep the Masons at bay!
Nice. Ooh, what was that? That's an Agathian. Nice. Ooh, nice. Please stop.
Agatha!
Do you ever feel
He who
slight
walks
guilt
in the light
killing a champion?
will know
I do.
life eternal.
I do my job and I show no mercy, but I do not do it happily.
Huzzah!
Unless I know who the champion is. Like, if it's Flying Cum Shot, then I will slay him with a smile on my face. Or attempt to slay him. I don't think we're gonna get to hear singing. This lobby is just Agathian supremacy. Okay. Really? I can do that too. I gotta remember, I am a man at arms.
Yes!
That's a rake? Oh boy.
Our fortifications are being overrun!
I think there's someone right behind me. Okay, I think we're gonna see more of the map.
And the wicked will know his name? That, nay, never, never. I feel the... No, never, no, never. Out, face your fate, you stray from the light.
Or, oh wait, they got the other one. I'm so sorry.
The outer fortifications have been occupied! Fall back to the docks!
For the
Defend the
blue and
flagships!
gold!
Do not allow the Masons to disable them!
Shall be...
Oh god! Dang it! I was actually trying to use that to get to where I needed to be. Not that far. Oh my god. So bouncy. I wonder if anyone saw
So
that.
fierce was his wrath that the wretched were flayed before him. In faith, by the light, our Lord agreed. Through his... Our Lord agrees.
There's a bunch of planks here anyway. Not just that rake. Oh my god. I feel like it's gotten more violent since they patched the two-handed torch. Oh wow, they do not have a lot of time. Good luck, have fun.
So fierce was his wrath that the wretched were flayed before him.
Let them ignite the powder keg!
Huh.
Won't work.
No, they patched that out. What? The front door?
You are indeed his vessel.
50 damage stab that he can't turn. He tried to stab me. Man at arms activate, please. That dude really just sacrificed his life to chase me down.
You stand. I call to the faithful for aid. Ah! Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha!
Rip Bozo? No, he didn't get a splash. Guess he was a lightweight. You can hit him. Turning into a bunch of war crime enjoyers.
My champion.
Bad time to throw that, sir. Wow. No!
That's about enough.
I think we're better. You know, this rapier skin doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Maybe if I was more of a rapier connoisseur, I would be more critical of them, but it's fine. Still looks like a salt trap from my hand, but it's whatever. Oh, how are you feeling to not be dead because 50 damage? What? Oh. Forgive me. Let me not be too much of a gamer.
Behold the light. Place your faith out of. I know that is not his will. The heathen shall be purified by pain, dashed into pieces. Weep not for the heathens, for they reap what they have sown.
Ow. Oh, yes. The most subtle reference to Red Dead Redemption in the GTA Definitive. I think there was a picture of one of the places in RDR2. In Ryder's house or something? It's in Endurance. Isn't that classified more so as an Easter egg then, not a reference? A reference would be like a snowman that says, I have a plan. $50 damage. Oh yeah. So sorry. Oh. I don't know, I want to hear singing, but I won't throw. I don't think I'm going to hear it. Why me? Why me? Honestly, if I crouched in the corner and just sat there, you wouldn't be able to tell I'm gonna get him. Wait a second. If it doesn't get diffused, then that's enough time.
Hello. You said that you hold the Jew. You are a poor example.
Man, every time, huh? Okay.
The ships are lost! Our fleet has been crippled!
Ooh, I gotta recharge my battery.
Them at the main gate. They
I've
must
lost all
run
vibration.
into the city.
Oh, yes. I'd be right back. Have I ever had a session where I don't have to recharge my battery? No.
Defend the main gate.
Weep not for the heathens, for they reap what they have sown.
This was not my plan. My plan was, yes, there we go. I wanted all those javelins. Damn. Nice oil pot. Maybe one thing they could do to the oil pots is after a certain amount of people walks through them, the fire goes away faster. Because the way they just sit there for like half a minute, I swear, as an obstacle is very annoying. Maybe after 5 or 6 people walks through them, it just goes away. Oh yeah.
The gate is lost.
Granted, Lord knows what that change can do to the core of the game. Wow, look at this. I wish I was playing the engineer to join them. I'm surprised the barricades didn't just instantly shatter when the gate exploded. How are you feeling getting hit with that delicious 50 damage? Is he trying to smash the keg?
Defend the main gate.
I hope the monks can answer that for us, if we get to see them. Seems every time I'm like, nope, we're not. And boom, they make it. Ah, this is why you go into first person with this dang weapon. Okay.
You hold no place among the righteous.
Not gonna waste time with that guy. It's a nice barricade.
Continue in your name.
Not nice enough though, because they can always do that. Chances are they can get in here. That's not how you do it. Oh, that guy's about to do it. I don't know what cooked him. I think he got fat shamed. Oh, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. All the people that are reaching it don't know how to place it. All right, now they're in. 14-second respawn. Wow. That's gonna kill a lot of people.
The outer ward is overrun. Retreat to the city gardens. The Masons are bent on defiling our relics. Kill those dirty heretics.
They shall be cut down like common oak and cast onto the fire. And lo, the capricious were shown no mercy.
This map is kind of funny to me.
Tossed aside.
It's a
like
grand
so
city,
many
and what are they here for?
sordid sweepings.
Some vandalism. They're literally just here to smash some stuff that can be repaired.
Behold the light as it casts out all darkness.
Oh. Is that a rapier? Messenger's here for some light debauchery. Oh, saved by hitting the freaking statue.
And lo, the righteous were delivered from death.
Whoa, I don't know what that was. Don't know if I want to know. That teammate did not save me.
Ah! Ha, 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 ha.
Oh, that was a cute try.
Consolate! May my faith preserve me. I will yet stand.
Ouch.
Nearly half our relics have been defiled! Stop the Mason! Stop!
No, come on. You know that doesn't work. $50 damage. Oh yeah. It's about sending a message. It's not about the damage. It's about sending a message with that damage. It smells like eggs. Like someone's making a sandwich. I'm actually really surprised there's not a beehive here or a part of this tree you can't pull off like in Courtyard. Nice. What is it? These are the last three over here? What was that? It happens.
Calamity! The holy relics are lost, and the city is ablaze! Agathians, defend the church! They must not gain entry!
Nay.
You really blocked that? Couldn't hear that guy right behind me. Couldn't hear that one. Oh. What the heck is that guy doing? Making friends? Absolutely not. Not this deep into a match. I expected more less. I see Bun Bun on Reddit a lot. Oh boy. Oh boy. Out of the way! God, I cannot believe I had to do that. I had to freaking smash the shield and knock over like 6 teammates to get out of there. Oh, that was great. Yeah, dude, get these shields out the way, honestly. They provide no durability. They're just an obstacle that'll get the team's way.
And lo, the capricious were shown no mercy. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
What's up? Yes, it needs to be clean.
It won't work.
The light is with us!
Wait, I have the weapon in my hand? Oh, I already threw the shield, excuse me. Nice robot gamer. Looks like that's their chance.
By the light, I shall
This has
cast
been an
down
extreme
those
Gallic
who
work
have
match, huh?
risen against him.
Nah, it's over. Good effort. Can I see? Will it respawn me?
Down! Long live Agatha!
They're whatever. There's not too many of them. And you don't have to work hard for them at all. I think once you reach level 15 or something, or maybe even just level 10, you can buy all of them. They're standard. To be honest, I don't really know what you could do with a rapier. It's a very weird weapon. Like, I'm trying to think of fantasy games like Dark Souls and the kinds of rapiers they have, but even Dark Souls doesn't have a lot of rapiers. Or fencing swords, I should
Argon is
say.
the rightful king! No,
Oh, I've
wait,
been
is
turned
it
into a
Argon or
default.
Argon? Right, Argon!
Ooh, pole hammer's under level 30.
For
I'll
the
use that.
T! And the angry cat-like thingy! Go, blue team! I soiled myself, and nobody cares! I'm trying to sound intimidating! Get them before they kill me!
I do wonder why, why the rapier skins, I shouldn't even say skins, but why the guard for rapiers is so, it's like a shield.
This
Seriously,
is
you
my
put your hand in
first
just this
day!
saw trap.
What is even happening? Agatha! There with the order! Argon is the rightful king! No, wait, I'm trying to sound
After weeks of
intimidating!
siege, today we take the castle. Brothers, we must push those siege towers.
It's not a successful episode if I don't get reverted back to a default. Nice heavy. I love fighting glaives. Glaives, short swords, war clubs, among my favorite weapons to go up against.
That's enough!
Cudgels. I'm so sorry.
Hurry!
Guy Fieri? Ferrari? However you say that dude's last name?
Any news, sire? If you're not confused, then you aren't paying attention.
Once thou hadst
Oh,
spent
wait.
time, you had
Never mind. Oh, wait. God, that's disgraceful. I'll tell you what I do know. I do not know. Where's our liege, Lord?
But stay upon him. There may
Don't
yet
give
be
up.
more.
It is important to stay positive. Right, now try not to get cut or smashed. Save me!
So I can bloody
I really mustn't.
Well, I never wanted to
What's my Excellent idea, sire. You best hearken and give heed. Ooh, good one. Hit him again. I am sending you all of my very, very, very best vibes right now. I wouldn't be so confident. Somebody may come to my rescue.
Whoa!
So, you know.
It's a fatty with a one-handed sword. Get away from me. No. I can do that too. Oh, the teammate conned me. Slash didn't go through because his bosom was right there. I'm sure I will not be auto-balanced in the Mason order.
Whatever you do, don't get killed. Woo! Good one! Hit him again!
Oh my god, dude. When I stop dancing, my sensitivity goes... Jesus. It goes sicko mode.
For the blue and gold!
Mummy!
I am not yet
Oh, there's nothing I can throw at that guy. This is a weird lobby. Where is everyone? Ow. Hello. This is a very weird lobby. Someone can still get auto balance. I'm waiting. Wait. I wonder. There's two people spectating. I wonder if that would halt the auto balance. Wow, nice.
Whatever you do, don't get killed.
Stab that guy with the short
Well done! Our siege tower is at the wall! Brothers, we must capture the castle walls!
No. Love to see it. Other people putting letters.
Yes!
Overrun the enemy's wall!
Right, now try not to get cut or smashed or, you know, set on fire and the like.
F this. Yeah. Oh, it smells delicious.
On your feet or we're doomed!
Guardian Angel. That'd be a cool
Yeah, I'm coming.
scoring thing. If you kill someone who just downed a teammate. But maybe you get too many points because that happens very often. I'm surprised this game doesn't have an adventure type thing. Scoring event. God, what is hitting me that much?
Uncle! Uncle! Oh yeah!
You know, for as often as I see footmen walking around, I swear people just refuse to throw their bandages. There's no way every footman cannot have a bandage ready. I tried to do a tackle.
Brothers, burn the masons out of their encampment.
I'm trying to hit him. 60 damage? Really? How much damage does a slash do to knights? Yep, I knew that's exactly what was going to happen there too. Throw the axe. What are you doing? Dude, F that up terribly. Syntax error? Takes me right back to school. Oh, what a great change. TP Girthy Weenie. Incredible. Just incredible. Truly incredible. Auto balance is still possible. I'm waiting for it, man.
Keep it up! We have nearly destroyed that camp!
Ouch.
Oh. The Mason bastards have been burned out of their camp!
Damn.
Algathians! Push the siege rams to the walls of their king!
Vote kick incoming. Rightfully so. Oh. What are the odds of that?
Oh, sorry.
These rams must be brought forward!
Give me a break.
Mike, stop!
Oh my god. Really? 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 You better start backing up. Come on! Come to this door. You can't hit me. You can't hit me. I'm gonna get all my health back. Bandage up and rush right at this dude. Perfect. Now I get to use this box. No.
That really hurt.
God, this feels like Chivalry Battle Royale now. This is among the stupidest engagements I've ever been in. Tell me he's still alive. I think he just got shot to death. Bastard child. I will have my revenge, even though he didn't kill me.
I must not give up.
I'm just repairing this for the team. I definitely do not intend to use this. Look how hard it is to repair this.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Good job. Doubling. Not triply perfect. Oh wow, the ramps are already okay.
almost reached their wall.
Oh, I love this. How? What did she counter slash? I expected no less. Should have slashed.
I really must. Ooh, I'm not the man for that job. Let me get. Well.
I remember seeing a picture of people getting on the houses here. I'm gonna guess it has something to do with engineer barricades. Or the crossbow shields. I don't see much value to getting on those houses, though.
The shameful archers. This is not how it ends.
Ouch. The archer limit's been fixed, but nothing's changed. Who the hell is following me on Twitter? I don't use Twitter. Or I don't post anything. I just
Nobody
look at
on this
stuff.
field is worthy of carrying your water.
Now it smells like
Though,
noodles. What is going on in the kitchen?
Totally would.
Did we open an in-house restaurant?
Brothers, the siege rams have reached the keep. Brothers, we must capture the courtyard.
I can't chase that guy because there's no chase bonus. Calm down. A lot of gambling going on.
Oh, that's just what I always wanted. Not to die on a battlefield.
Still feel like auto balance can happen if there's one person off. If the teams aren't perfectly even, someone can become a victim. Have you been a victim of auto balance? Wow, I was still in recovery. Okay, yeah, everyone's gambling in this match. Didn't even see that bear trap.
Oh, that's enough. Woo! Oh, yeah!
We're all scorched by something.
Insult.
Nice.
Dreadful.
No, no, no. Look at that, this dude's gambling. Everyone and their mother. It's because I mentioned it at the start. Excuse me.
The drawbridge is lowered. Breach the castle. In the name of Argon, kill the heir of Malric!
Get the fence! Get the fence! He's seeing you!
Is he in the middle of the corridor? I mean, if he wants to challenge us. I'll gamble like everyone else has been doing this whole lobby. No, stay there. Go outside as a matter. No, don't call me. Call my team. I'm just a messenger. just whiff punish the glaive. World's first. Shoot me again. Yeah, I could go after the air, but like, I could just move my KD on. Oh wow, he actually went to the other staircase. Given with how he was playing at the start, I didn't think he would have the intelligence to do that. Pardon me.
Stand back, or I'm gonna hit you. It's hurry! Mess.
Oh man, what's going on? What is going on? You hear how everything is getting knocked off my dresser now? Good God.
Sure, let me know, my lord. I think I'll put, no, my lord. Let me, well,
Damn it! I was just out of range. I had the idea too. Oh man, I feel like I'm getting chased down by people. He's dead. What the heck was it that just fell over? There's a lot of stuff on that dresser. As a matter of fact, it could have been anything. God, I cannot wait to get out of here. The flagship map. What's the first map that comes to mind when you think of Chivalry 2? Better be Coxwell. What's another weapon that's really? The Morningstar's under level 30? Yeah, sure then. The short sword's under level 30 as well. He's spitting facts. These people need to heed. Best hearken and give heed.
Go blue! I did!
One guy starts it and then we all follow. There are no natural born leaders in this game. I think I spawned in the right place.
Is it parade?
I got a message from my cushy home. I'll check that when I die.
What's all this? What's all
Matter of
this
fact, I can
then?
just check it right here. I'm pretty sure it's something nice, like, you're great. Play more. Go outside. Your mother. Go outside.
What's all this then?
I've got no time to deal with you. Gotta go.
What's going on? What's going on? What's all this ruckus? I did. Good.
Go outside. How could you say something so violent? No rake, unfortunate. I got another message. Man, I feel bad for you. Well, I think that shows that they care. So you're right. He does care about me.
What's all this? What's deal?
Don't get in the way, you're ripping me up! Dang, Psycho almost got me killed. Probably gonna hit me in the back in a second too. Oh no, please don't notice. Okay, good. Shoot. And we're good. Unless he shoots me in the back as he respawns. Which can happen. Has happened.
What's all this?
Is that person even still in the match?
Village. Push them
I'm not looking for that person's name right now. I gotta focus on living. And getting a red shield.
What's going on? What's all this then?
This is actually a pretty shield. Look at it, it's got all sorts of colors.
Huh? Nuh-uh.
If I had meant to,
Do you ever wonder why we're here?
He knows we can't chase him. I'm using game mechanics. Or? That's his name. He doesn't even realize that I'm a dirty Aganthian. Where's that shield? I think I'm better off just waiting at this point. I think it's too dangerous for me to get cabbages, especially when dudes don't realize that I look nothing like a mason. Has it clicked? He's still processing the information. Hold on. Almost. Let's get out of here.
Agathians, hold the village is locked. Mason Hall
Dude.
must now gain access to the city.
Go! Blue! They're on our side!
I can't with this game.
Nice day, innit? So many shiny men! What's all this ruckus? What's all this then?
There we go. Jesus, you really threw an oil pot at me.
Hooray for the blue!
Oh, I'm at full health. Okay. Calm yourself down. Ouch.
What's all this then? What's all?
Defend
There's
our
food in
supply.
the
Fall
church, I
back.
think.
They must not fall into the hands of the enemy.
It's just a little bit more dangerous, yeah. There's no guardians. I haven't seen someone with a bigger shield yet. What if I stand right here?
Stronger than me. It was a moment of weakness.
Did you hear that? He said,
What's happening?
my wolf ain't stronger than me. It was just a moment of weakness. Thank you.
If only I could read.
Look at that human walk. Is this the walk of the lesser educated? I think I need a couple of Agathians here to get my confidence.
What's all this then?
Calm yourself down. Aw, even if I excel. No! I just tasted a lovely hamburger. Okay. Here's my bigger shield. Good day, me lord. Pleasant day to you. Ouch. You know what? That's an idea. That's a great idea. That's a splendid idea, as a matter of fact.
God, that's gonna leave a bruise. Hi, my lord.
Almost all of our loot has been taken. We must not get everything.
I soiled myself, and nobody cares. Not happening.
Jesus, that guy's voice scared me.
Won't work.
Those peasants are really good at jump scaring. He's trying to get outside. No.
God, that's gonna leave a bruise. Yes! Argon is the rightful
Oh my
king.
God.
No, wait, is it Argon or Argon? Right, Argon!
That's an Agathian. Remember, bandage kits do put teammates out. Just like a bandage kit would in person. Ow, shoot. Wrong pipe. Why are there tankards in the church, I just realized?
Come,
Agathians, fall back and defend the market.
We'll lead. Now, where are we going? Good luck. We're all counting on you. Oh, yeah!
Excuse me? If only it was like Red Dead and they had enough money to make drunk lines for each character.
Hey, now try not to overexert yourself. You might pull a muscle.
Almost. That person is just a distraction. I don't even care if they're grabbing gold. Oh my goodness.
My mum is not a hobby horse.
See if I can't find that guy's name real quick. Never can. Usually they send a message and then leave. or they're just nowhere to be seen on the leaderboard. They're usually very low. Nice patience. Oh, wow. Nice trumpet. You saw the trumpet, right? I think I'm dead. I wonder how many other people he kills will go outside, because, you know, there's level 500s, 400s.
The enemy has
In like 2 weeks, there's going to be a bunch of level 600s. Bad time to dodge. Must have had no stamina. Don't kill me. Please. You've done enough.
Uncle!
Why slash? Oh, nice. Let me sit up since I'm eating. Oh my god, top. My understanding bonus health is still working. What are you referring to? You're still alive? No. How am I in first place? I've only died 4 times. My god, this map. I feel like I've barely been doing anything.
They must be stopped.
Oh yes, this respawn.
Yes! Yes!
Cross map. Couldn't even track it with the arrow cam, because I think it went past the tree. Yeah, I could go down there and help, but like, the game spawned me here, so you dig. Oh my god. Deserting! Deserting! You spawned us here! Deserting!
Reinforcements have not yet arrived. This is it. Do not go. The enemy has overrun the city.
You put us right here, and you call this deserting? I got a kill with this thing. Like this guy right here, watch, when he reloads. Dead. Boom. Aw, come on. My goodness, man. So medium shields can eat a ballista bolt, not just the heavy ones. Okay.
Oh, now look, I've got wish. Doesn't get better than this, as far as I know.
Can't believe I had to do that. No, I'm man at arms. I'm not the engineer. Ouch. The engineer's the only one who gets that. And they still do.
Get out! Don't!
Only half the garrison remain. Die with honor.
Get them before they kill me!
no.
Oh, help me up. I've rested long enough. Lift me up. This armor.
How am I deserting, by the way?
Wow, not happening. Not happening.
Deserting, so-
Uncle!
Alright, time to not die. I'm gonna use the peasants to stay alive.
Go, blue team!
Watch and learn. He has no weapon in his hands! Animate, mother effer! Oh, crap. Fake news media. Look at him. Look at him go.
That's it. I'm too young to die, figuratively. What?
Stand proudly! We will not fall!
Peasants spawned on the right, so I'm gonna stay here. 3 minutes. Easy. Easy.
Bob.
Stick together! Do not let the enemy
Don't get
break
owned.
our ranks.
They need to follow me.
Come with me, so I don't get lost.
Because now you have to make your way over there. Bad. That's a special! Yeah, the missing weapons, that's been in the game for years. It's never going to go away. That's... Again, I'm convinced some bugs are never going to be fixed. That's one of them. And I have no idea what causes it. Someone said that when people are like that, or they're not animating or whatever, look away from them and look back at them. That doesn't work every time. I've tried it, and it seems to be like a 25% chance thing to resolve the issue. Alright, what's next? Thank God the one-handed sword's past level 30. Oh my god, oh god, it just spawned in. What is that sound? Two-handed hammer.
I am invincible! For the red and black! In order!
My cushy home sent me another message. Go get fresh air.
For the red and black!
Is he still in the game?
Being strong is never wrong!
He sent me 3 messages now, and I've only messaged him once. He's level 189. How are you going to be almost level 200 and tell me to go outside? Don't be a hypocrite.
For the red and black! For blood is my pain!
You heard what he said? I hope you're paying attention. What am I?
Eliminate the enemy team!
Oh. Let me gamble. Dude's almost level 200. He is equally as no life.
Bring it out. We all have. For each I've done. God, you can't spend. You can't. You can't. For each, it's not you. I've done things that you mortals.
Ouch. Very nice special.
I am grovel, that you may know mercy.
No way. We enjoy it. Nice try. Just gonna hold block, yeah. No shame.
Well then, bend your knee, show some respect. Ouch!
The Duke of Dorks. Oh man, that patience. I'll keep doing it. It's gonna work. No. Couldn't hear that guy behind me.
Not under. Deny. Not under. Never. You shall.
I don't know about that.
Over your. I refuse.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mentioned it earlier. I gotta calm down with the heavy attacks. Wow. How do you scuff that? I haven't even seen this dude. I'm pretty sure he's on the enemy team. This isn't free-for-all, so I'm not gonna go looking for him. Ouch. This stupid app. Every time. Okay. Is he still here? No, I don't. Oh, he's on my team now. I'm going to assume he was auto-balanced instead of switching like a pansy. Since we can be auto-balanced now. Ooh, nice overhead.
I don't think so.
Unkillable. How dare you? How's he doing anyway? 8-1? Yeah, like this dude's not even bad, so why be a weirdo?
I've done things that you mortals cannot conceive.
You can't be a hypocrite and a weirdo. Be one or be none. Oh, nice. Wow, dude, the gambling that these people do. There's that broom. Okay. I wonder why they added a bunch of random cards full of stuff. I'll use a two-handed hammer for 2 matches because this is TDM. No, this dude's on Xbox. It's my cushy home. He just hit 190. He's in the middle of the leaderboard.
Come, there is more
Oh, look who it is.
glory being strong.
Help! Yep. I think, because, you know, Microsoft has PGs and stuff, I'm sure you can still see and message people on Xbox as well, depending on what PC you're on. Just as I want to get the archers. That's gonna get me. Oh dear me, it's hot in this room.
Not in, never, under no, denied. Not in this room. Never.
There he is in the archer. The gambling! Who reacts to getting hit like that? Oh god, this thing has so... Oh my god. He's gonna roll forward. No! Most good players roll forward. I'm gonna get shot to death. Life is futile. Nothing is constant in life but suffering. No way he's going to send me another message after this. Because at this point, at that point, it would be like an ex lover.
Never, I refuse. Not interested.
Oh look, it's a friendly mason. Look at him. That's another bug that's been in the game for quite a while.
We have only 30 troops left.
There's someone behind me.
Flee, mortals!
Just 20 Agathians remain.
Oh my. The gambling.
They're down to 10 troops left. Only 5 Agathians remain.
I did not mean to dodge. I was supposed to jump, but I think I had no
We
stamina.
are victorious.
Oh look, it's the mason. Well, there's your answer. Just answered your own question.